It's not shown anywhere. When I was working with the back website, the back end of the shop, I found this. If you go to Product World and you click on Healy for Wellbeing, if you click on that link, it will take you to this page. And then if you scroll down, it gives you all of the editions. It doesn't give you the price, but it gives you editions and shows you what is the lifetime that you get. And then in the really light box, it shows you what the subscription is. So the DNA is not included in anything except the professional. So if you purchase the professional, the digital nutrition module is part of that for a lifetime. But the digital nutrition option is a subscription, a monthly subscription for all other editions. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, so it is a, what did she call it?
She said, is it standard?
It's standard for the professional model. For all other models, it's a monthly subscription.
Okay, can you go back to the top, Maria, just to what you pushed again to get to that particular thing?
Yep, right here, Product World and Healy for Wellbeing.
So that's all the options.
Yep, that's all the options, but on this page, it doesn't give you any of the pricing. So on ATP 123, guess what I did? I put all of this together with the pricing. So there is a page that will be Healy Editions on ATP 123 that has all of this information, but it also has the pricing. So it's all listed. Because if we go to the shop and I click on Healy Editions, it gives me the information, but then even when I click order now, I mean, most of them, I think they have switched it. So now it shows, it shows what is in it and what comes in the bundle.
Okay. And I think Sue is on the call. Sue is the one that had the question about getting free devices. Do we know when those are, remember in May, I don't even know what month we eventually got ours. That wasn't until the promotion was completely over, and then it was still like another month. But that was a question that I couldn't answer because I hadn't heard that those had been shipped out. But then Maria said she got a free one back in March or April. But do we know when? Has anyone on the call, let's ask this, has anyone on the call in the last 2 months received their free resonance from the promotion that was before July?
That was the Pioneer. That was the Pioneer, or the, what was the other one called? The Power, what was it called? Oh.
Well, one of them was when they kind of extended everything like 3 times.
Power Play. Power Play is what I'm thinking. There's a Power Play one. There was a Pioneer one. So is there anybody on the call that has it, that feels that they're supposed to get a free Healy of some sort and haven't received it yet?
Well, I know one Sue, and so I'm wondering how many other people qualified.
Right. So then what I would do, Sue, is
she already did a support ticket.
Okay. Okay. And so what I'm going to say on support tickets is if you don't get a response within a week, close the ticket and resubmit it. Close the ticket, resubmit.
Wow.
But close it. Don't just submit a new one saying, hey, you haven't answered me. You need to close it and resubmit. So
do you think a week is long enough, Maria? Because I'm still hearing it's over a week on support tickets.
Oh, see, I thought we were down to 2 days. So maybe not, maybe a week and a half. It shouldn't take that long, period. So, maybe they're still trying to play catch up. I know that the new back office has thrown a lot of people, and people have put in service tickets for things that they could have just asked their upline for, or they could have gone to Facebook or Telegram for. So I appreciate those people who are reaching out to find the answers before putting in a service ticket, because I don't think they've ever really caught up. But they were getting pretty fast, within 24 to 48 hours. I thought a week was too long, but maybe a week isn't long enough now.
Maria and Gwen, can I mention something? It's Julie, real quick.
Yeah. Julie.
I spoke to Freddie Perez about a week or two ago, and I mentioned to him that it was a long time to get he's like, if you have more problems, just schedule another appointment. And I kept saying, sometimes it was like weeks out in advance. he told me sometimes there are people that cancel last minute or that it fixes. So keep checking because he opens up slots periodically. So don't just go if it looks like it's going to be a long period or delay to be able to talk to him and make an appointment. Just keep checking. Just wanted to mention that because he's always really helpful.
So, and that's going to be for more hardware type things because he can't help anything in the back office. Am I correct
That's
on that,
true.
Julie? Yeah.
My understanding, yes.
Yeah, he can't do anything to help you in the back office. That's going to have to be a support ticket. But for any hardware questions, or, you know, your Healy's not running, it's not holding a charge, it's, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
then that would be something you'd contact him for.
In addition, they require that you have a support ticket scheduled first before making an appointment with him because that has
Oh,
to be in
I
that.
did see that was new,
I saw
wasn't
that
it?
too. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go there really quick. If you're going to go ahead and you're going to put in a ticket to see Freddie, let's see, where is that? Because I haven't looked for that yet. So please choose products, I guess. Problems with accessories, problem during initial setup. I'm not sure exactly what you would put in here. I don't know what they want you to put in here as a. That seems like it's adding more work, but I guess they have a reason. I guess if you're calling Freddie about your watch or the
Just
Healy
probably pick
hardware,
whatever seems like it's most applicable.
that
Yeah.
might be the best one. If you're talking about a hardware issue, would be products and Healy hardware. And then put in your information, your serial number, what's wrong, the subject of it in a brief couple of words, and then the description, your username, contact information, and what the issue is and how you'd like it resolved. That's typically the form that they like. Then you'd click your preferred language, English, attach a JPEG if you have one to support, whatever you need as a resolution, and then click submit. Did they say how long that they wanted a support ticket prior to you seeing Freddie?
My understanding was that you just have to submit one first and get a support ticket number in order to schedule the appointment, because that has to go in the notes when you create the appointment with him.
Okay, so then when you're in the support center, after you've hit submit, then your case number is going to be right here. And you'd write that down and then you'd enter it in. And pretty much at the bottom of most of the pages on ATP 123 are going to be where you can go to get into Freddie's calendar. It'll be my Healy support, I think it is, or device help. I think it's my Healy support.
I think his is also, it's either that or it was FreddiePerez.com.
Both. You can get into it, but
Okay.
they want us to
Yeah.
they want us to start using my support center. I think that's it. Anyway, if ATP were up, I'd show you, but there will be on the bottom next to the footer, there's a place for you to click that so you can get right to it if you forget, like I am right now, what that email is or what the URL is for that website. But this would be the case number, obviously, that they would be asking for. Okay, so now do we want to kind of since we weren't recording, do we want to kind of go back over?
Yeah, I was thinking, let's do a recap and I'll start on the.
Before we do that, are there any other questions that we can help people with prior to going back over and just summarizing? Because if we answer all questions and you understood everything we went over before, then there's no reason for you to stay on the call, even though we love y'all. If you need to go about your night, you could. So
Maria, someone's asking you about showing the opt-out again, but that's kind of a recap thing, but someone is asking you to show that again.
Okay, so that is on the home page and it's at the bottom here where the little cookies are. So you just get into your back office, scroll down to the bottom, and you click on, now this is for the cookies, but there also is an opt-in or opt-out for Healy newsletters. So, oh, look. Didn't I just change that? Do you have to go in each time? That's kind of weird. Okay, and then you click save. I may have to come back in here later and see. This may be in a window that was open and I didn't know it was open and it didn't refresh it. But anyway, that's where you find the cookies. Okay, so let's see where you can opt in and opt out of Healy emails that you may think you're getting, but maybe you're not. You'll go to the profile, click on edit profile. Okay. And it's going to be under contact info right here. Opt in, or you can opt out. Oh, is it not letting you opt out? Oh, edit, Maria, edit. And then you can opt out or opt in. So that's to get something from Healy corporate, the Healy corporate emails. That's where you would either opt in or out. I think it defaults to opt in, if I'm not mistaken. I may have already changed this, but if you decided you didn't want to get those, then you can opt out. Okay. What else?
Did we go through questions or just let people unmute if we haven't answered their question already?
Yeah, we could do unmute. I'm going to save this again and see if it's for next time. Okay. Yeah, anybody that has questions, just unmute. Heather, you got your hand raised. Why don't you go
Okay.
first?
Have you guys, I haven't been on the calls in, it seems like forever. So I don't know if you knew that the registration at the bottom in the shop, you can actually register somebody as a customer or a, just as a customer and not, they don't have to buy anything. So I don't know if that's of interest of anybody, but it is live and working in this shop now. I didn't know if you had seen that or had played with that yet.
Well, I know that we played with it when it was on the home screen, when it was on home, and then you could hit the register button. So really, if you go into the shop and you could put something in the cart and not, but I think you're talking about right here.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and maybe it's always been there in the shop when you're in your back office, you just click this and it takes you right to registration. Thank you, Heather, for bringing that up again. Brings you right to registration.
Only because you're logged in right
I'm
now.
logged in. So, let me go to, let's see if I can
Grab
find
your
another. I'm open everywhere. But this is where you would go and it would pull up your sign-in screen. But if somebody wants to buy something, then they would shop. And as soon as they load their cart and it takes them to the next page, it says, do you want to be a member or do you want to remain a customer? It gives them the option there too. But what Heather's saying is that you can come here and you can register without buying anything. If you just want to, let's say that you're buying a Healy from someone outside of Healy, and you need to have that person registered so that they can have that transfer over to that person. This is where you'd go. You just click register and have them register as a new person. Let's do this. Let me come here and let me exit out of all of this. Let me come back in.
So can someone purchase a Healy without having a sponsor?
Well, yeah, you could become it, or you could become part of just the corporate. You could go to the sign up. Is that what you mean?
Well, somebody was asking me how they could purchase a Healy. Can they just go to the website and purchase a Healy?
I think they can. Yeah, and I think they just become part of corporate opposed to. So I just went to US Healy shop. I signed out of everything in this particular one, partner name, and then right here I'm going to click registration, and then unless there's some cookies and I'm still logged into my mom's. You have entered a Healy shop without a referral link. So let me put in here registration. And let me go partner right here. I'm going to just put in this partner name. Instead of saying NAP, it says that one. And then click registration here at the bottom.
Yeah, it just worked for me. That's really weird.
Okay, let me do this.
That's where they're saying to email members registration at Healy World. That's where it would go under a corporate account. So I kind of wonder,
Right.
like, who in corporate's getting all these people?
Mary Davis.
Huh. I have no clue then. Let's click again.
What kind of app? It's just a place I live.
There's some cookies.
I don't need to be there.
I just did it and it was working.
And it was working. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get here then. Let me do
You're
this.
doing exactly right. That's exactly what I did.
Let me do
So-
this. Let me go to my
Oh, that's because you were logged in. You're still
Well, I'm
logged.
gonna do, this is an incognito though, so
Oh,
it
yep.
shouldn't make a difference. Let me do this. Let me go to my tools, my links. Let me grab this really quick here. I'm gonna copy this US link here, copy it.
That's what I did.
Now I'm gonna go back over to here and I'm gonna put it in here. Now we've got a secure link. Let's see what happens. Okay, let me scroll to the bottom now and click registration. It's
You
not
know
letting me
why?
do that.
Because it's not popping up. You were referred to such and such. You were referred here by. I think that's why it needed that. Because you know how like the little window pops up and it says you were referred to here by, and now it's all these numbers, unless you change put your username there.
Well, if I put this
So,
here,
yeah,
that should take
you've got
me
that.
to the
So,
spot.
yep, give it a couple seconds and see. Otherwise, it's a cookie that it already knows you're there, which is really weird because it should let you in.
Yeah, that's really bizarre.
Very
And
bizarre.
there's nobody logged out.
There's nothing
So let
else
me,
open.
nope, let's do this. So, oh, there's no cookies even.
Weird.
That's really weird. Well, I can't help you on that one then.
Yeah, well, I know it works. It just did. So
Yeah.
for some
So
reason,
you
we
just
got some
there
weird
for
stuff happening.
And their internet's been kind of funky anyway. So, okay.
Hey, Maria,
Gwen. Mhm.
Maria, I want to add something. So Ginger Wilk was on the call and she left when we said we're going to start repeating stuff. She
Okay.
said, hi, once I left the meeting, Zoom said I should do an update of their program and it seems to be a big one. Maybe that's where the trouble started this evening. So it
Oh,
sounds like there's another Zoom update and maybe the Zoom update kind of came in at the time that we were trying to get on or something. I don't know, but none of us had a Zoom update when we got on, but when she got off, it wanted her to update Zoom.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, or maybe Mercury's in retrograde or something, like where things just are
I
weird.
kind of feel like it is, but I'm not sure if it is or not. Okay, so do we want to go back and sort of recap then?
Well, I was going to just recap because I've already done it once, so it's on my mind about the advisor thing. So let me start with that since this is
Okay.
recorded now. So for all the questions regarding subscriptions, Maria showed, and maybe you can just pull it up in the background, that's now under apps in the back office under shop instead of subscriptions. And what we said earlier, in case you missed it, was that the advisor app, if you had it prior to the end of July, it was going to be free moving forward. We recommend that you document that by taking screenshots that you have the subscription and then cancel the subscription because you should basically own it. If you buy it in August, it's a one-time purchase and you have it for life for $40. If you wait till after August 30th, it's $100, which someone said that was $100, and then you own it for life. So if you had it before the end of July, you get it, you can cancel your subscription, but document it first. If the advisor app was bundled with the DNA, the watch connector, or the animal, which I had all of those, then you need to cancel the bundle, but document it first, then cancel the bundle because you already had advisor. So you should still keep advisor and add back in the other subscriptions that you want. So the overall price that you're paying should be less. So basically it's a one-time purchase. If you want to add back the other app subscriptions, then you're going to pay whatever that says on the charge when you load those into your cart. But if it was advisor was bundled before, you have to unbundle it to move forward to have it. Like you get it already because you already had it, but make sure and document in case when you cancel it, you don't get it or it's not on your Healy so that you can go back in and put a support ticket saying, I already had it, I should still have it. That's like my summary on the advisor app. And the DNA app is not automatic unless you're at the highest level of Healy, the professional model. Any other model, you have to add it back in as a monthly fee. Anything you want to add to my little recap?
Nope, I think that sounds good. So this is the only place, the professional model edition is the only place where the digital nutrition shows up. The HealAdvisor Search module is on every single one of the editions, even the gold. Okay.
And
All
then,
right,
and
so-
then we said earlier, another recap is that the ATP website, I think this is right when I realized we weren't recording, is it's still in transition, but it should be up in the next day or two.
It's
The
still in
ATP
yeah, it's still in transition. I don't think it's on the ATP the Weebly, but I can try it. Let's just look and see. Maybe it's still directing there. Nope, it's not. They've taken it down. Let's just see if there's anything.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
What does the HealAdvisor Search module, what does it actually do?
The HealAdvisor Search module is the one where when you click on it, it'll allow you to type in your ailment, your illness, your issue, and then it'll give you the appropriate Healy programs through the AI, artificial intelligence of just, collecting data. It will give you what the recommended Healy programs are to run for that particular issue.
And that's on the blue dot.
That's a separate app. That's in that Wave or that Swoosh app. So it's completely separate. You do not have to have your Healy on to access it. It's a different app on your phone.
Oh, wow. I need that.
Yep. So if you go to your App Store or your Google Play Store and you type in HealAdvisor Search module, you'll find that little kind of Wave with the colors Swoosh app. I call it a Swoosh app, but it's Wave. And then when you download that, it will ask you for your login information. And from that point, you have it.
And it's only $41 before August.
Yeah,
Before
you
the
should
end of
definitely do
August.
it now. Cher, you should definitely do it now.
Okay.
Marilee, you have your hand raised.
I have someone from my downline on, and Christina Hartman, and I've been trying to help her get her pink dot working. Her blue dot works. And I just thought maybe, Christina, are you on here? Anyway, she's probably muted. I just thought maybe you could give her what you can do in troubleshooting. But I thought it was weird that your blue dot works and your pink doesn't.
So
Yeah.
I would do an activation. I know that they've been dealing with a lot of tech questions on the Tuesday night calls. So she could go in and look at the recordings for the Tech Tip Tuesday. I haven't heard of anybody that could do the blue dot, but they couldn't access their pink yet.
Well, what the
So-
pink was, I'll just tell you. So the blue dot was fine. And then I went to do some pink dot and everything was fine on, I had all the list. I have a residence, so I had all the list of everything. And then all of a sudden it went to therapist programs, of which I have none. I'm not a therapist. But I couldn't get back and it still does.
Have you clicked settings and done an update, checked for updates?
Yeah, many times. I've even uninstalled the program and reinstalled it. Same thing.
Then I would do the Healy activation in the back office. Were you on the call when I was showing that?
Yes.
That's what I would do. And that has worked for several people, just activating it.
So go to dashboard.
Yeah, come to dashboard.
Yeah.
And then come to Healy activation, go to orders first. You'll have to log in again, but you get your order number for your Healy, not a subscription number, an actual hardware that you ordered the Healy, and then Healy activation. Again, I like B because I'm not looking for an invoice number. I have the order number. You click USA, your order number and your serial number and hit submit.
I'm afraid that, I can do that. I'm afraid that's going to screw up the blue dot then. So I don't know why this has happened and I can't get back.
Yeah, I don't know why either. But I know there are a lot of squirrely things happening through the mitigation. So even after the fact, activating your Healy shouldn't do anything to the Blue Dot app. So you can always just put in a support ticket and say, or you can, get online with Freddie and get you have to put a support ticket anyway, I guess, but, and then get with him. But yeah, the activation shouldn't disable the Blue Dot app for you.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what I would try. If if you haven't been successful at, doing checking for an update and you've uninstalled and reinstalled it, to me, you've covered everything.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
you bet. Heather, you had your hand up and then you lowered it. Did you have a quick comment to make?
No, I just forgot to lower it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Sounds good. Okay. Do we have any other questions then?
This is regarding your workshop. Is it closed for registration?
No, it is not. Yeah. Did
And I
you?
can't remember the deadline for the labs to be drawn.
Deadline is already passed, but you can go ahead and if you've signed up for the whole thing, then you can get that anyway. If you're only signing up for this month, then I'm sure there's a small fee that Gwen charges, but if you've signed up for the whole seminar series, the whole apprenticeship series, then those labs are actually included for you and they can be done after the fact. You just won't have them to do proof of work on Saturday.
Yeah, basically, if you haven't had the lab draw already, you're not going to probably even get your complete results. All the results in this world are being held up right now because of estrogen testing stuff. So like I did mine on Friday and I still don't have my full results back. And there's some kind of estrogen antigen that's used for estrogen testing. So that may not be the only hang up, but that's one hang up that is not going to let you get lab results at this point by Friday. So I would still encourage the lab draw. What I decided, Maria, I don't even know if I told you this. If someone signed up for the whole apprentice program, what they're getting is they're getting their own labs analyzed plus 3 case study labs throughout the course of the year. But if you're only doing August or paying monthly, you're not getting that. You're just getting your labs, your lab report, and there will not be a charge, but you don't get to submit case studies because it's not really fair to do 1 month and it takes us a lot of time. It takes Lindsay between 15 and 40 minutes to do 1 lab input because it just depends on what format they come in and stuff like that. Sometimes there's back and forth with the person. But anyway, so you can sign up for any time until Thursday for this Saturday to be on live. And if you can't make the whole thing on any month, they're all recorded. You don't know how many people have asked me this question. They're all recorded. You don't have to ask me. You don't have to tell me in advance. They're all recorded and you're going to get those recordings in your Dropbox that were set up for you guys. And then if you're going to do monthly, you can do any or all of them and just pay monthly. If just paying in advance was too much at one time, we get it. And then if you sign up after Thursday, you'll get the recorded version, but you can still participate. So like we had just 2 people sign up this week that didn't sign up before the other things. What is full right now is the Estes Park registrations are full. I do have a waiting list going, but that just depends on somebody canceling for another spot to get taken, because for us to put more cabins and reserve them without knowing that they're going to get filled puts us to put money on the line and not know if they would get filled. So anyway, anytime you want to add on to the apprentice program, even if you were to start in September and then go back into August, it's possible. We'll work with you. But just please, if you're going to register either monthly or for the full program, please do it by Thursday so that I can get the notifications and the emails and the handouts and things to you that we have to do on our end. And we're psyched. We're psyched.
Yes, it's going to be fun. Okay. Anything else? I didn't look at the chat, Gwen. I don't know if there's anything in the chat we need to address.
No, it's miscellaneous stuff, but Heather did say, how do I register? Heather, you need to call or email me. So if you want to register, you can call or email, and my information's on all my emails that I send out, my phone number and my email. So just contact me and I'll call you back and get you registered. If you're going to register monthly, you just need to click on the link that I sent in the last newsletter, and it automatically registers you for August, and that's $125.
Perfect. That's what I figured, but I wasn't sure if there was another special link or anything.
Yeah, no, that's the one for monthly.
And this is going to be an amazing one because this whole second half of Saturday, Gwen is going to go over lab terminology, how to read it, what it means, just explanation that will be good not only for you right now, but moving into the future when you have to look at other labs for friends, family, or yourself. You'll have a better understanding of what it means and how to decipher. So this will be a super, super important month to do for moving forward for all of us.
Yeah, and
I'm excited because I'm going to learn a lot.
Yeah, I just want to throw one thing out. I'm looking at the labs that are coming in, and I would say that 20 to 25% of the people that have sent labs so far are in the Hashimoto's category. And I can promise you that almost all of those people had no idea, which is a whole different animal than just having low thyroid. So that's one thing I've seen. I've seen a lot of high CRP, which is inflammation, which means you're probably eating or doing something that's working against what you should be doing. And these are things that are not, I mean, I'm not gonna say they're easy to fix, but you have to know what's wrong to fix it. And this is where, like, when people are asking the Healy question, Healy doesn't have a solution for Hashimoto's or autoimmune disorders. There's things that we're gonna teach you on not only how to get yourself straight, but that, for one thing, runs in families. And you don't have no idea how many people I've told that they have Hashimoto's that they realize then that their grandmother had it, their mother had it, their daughter has it. It's like a thing. So, but it's usually misdiagnosed and not understood even by the medical community. So that's just one thing I can tell you. A lot of people with low vitamin D, which is super important right now during COVID. We're going to talk about patterns that were very common, but we're going to pull it apart. We're going to say that this is what you do, this is how you fix it. This is what you do, this is what this means. This is how you fix it. So that, I mean, just for the step 1 in August, plus the stuff Maria is going to cover in the morning, I think it's going to change your life. I really do. And I'm not just saying that because it's our course. Maria, I have the chat open right now. So I do not know any news about Canada. Have you heard any news about Canada?
Not heard any. Sorry, Debbie. I don't know. I wish I did.
Okay. And then I have another question that actually a guy called and asked me today. So this is like a basic thing. So for Shirley, she might be a newer user. You can't have the pink and blue dot running at the same time. So if you close the blue dot, it is no longer running. If you close the pink dot, it might be running if the green light, the on light on the app is steady blinking. So you can actually go out of the pink dot and let it run its course of 52 minutes or 30 minutes or however long the program is. But if you close the blue dot, you are doing nothing in the blue dot. It is not running in the background. So if you close it, and you cannot run those two simultaneously, you can't do one and then the other because they both depend on the Healy.
It will show as Bluetooth issues, like you can't get connected. But that's really what's happening is there's one of the apps that's running in the background that you haven't hard swiped closed. You haven't killed the app.
Okay, and then Cheryl McRae says, do you think as a rule we should activate our Healy from time to time besides updates? No, I wouldn't do that unless you have something that's not, you can't access it. Like if it somehow got deactivated, but that wouldn't even be my first course.
No, the first thing would be to check for updates.
Yeah,
that would be the first thing.
And a lot of times my first thing I do is just uninstall and reinstall the app. That's what I would do first, but I would do the activate when it comes to subscriptions, apps, new things, changes in things, then it might be an activation issue. And then Cheryl's asking us to answer Laura's question. We were telling you guys to also unmute. I'm having to scroll back to Laura B. I don't know what that question was. Oh, she says, do you think as a rule? Oh, that is the question. Okay, so never mind. And then someone's asking, is the snip and sketch on a Mac laptop? No, that's not a Mac thing. But Maria, do you want to answer how to get that?
I don't know how you get it on a Mac. I don't know what they have. They have to have something. There's got to be some type of a snipping tool, but I don't know what it is on Mac. You could Google it. Google snipping tool on a Mac, and it'll give you directions on what they have. But the snipping tool on a PC is just, it looks like that little symbol down here at the bottom.
And then a few people are saying they have devices for sale, because people can't really respond to you on here once we close the Zoom call. I would put that on Telegram. or one of the WhatsApp channels so people can reach out to you directly. Or people can do it here, I guess, too. But once the Zoom calls close, that's not going to stay out there anywhere. And then Shirley asked, is there an upgrade from residence to the professional? If you had the residence prior to end of August or whenever, I mean, I'm not even upgrading to professional, but Maria, do you want to talk about that? Because that
Yeah,
is a good-
I don't know that you can upgrade. Let's look really quick. Let's go back to the shop. I don't know that you can upgrade with an heirloom to a professional. I'm going to start calling it heirloom.
We're going to make it a thing.
We're going to make it a thing. Okay, so here's upgrades. Let's just see what happens in this one. Seems like they mentioned at some point that they were going to allow that, but so that you could have the subscriptions, but then I didn't hear anything about it. So I don't know that you can do that, unfortunately. But really what you're missing, if you go to the up here and go to Healy for Wellbeing. Okay, so what you're missing on that is going to be the subscriptions. So you're going to be missing the bioenergetic visualization now, vitalization instead of revitalization. You won't have the digital nutrition. You may not have that anyway. You'll have the resonance, you've got the aura, so you have the rest. And you even have the deep cycle. If you have the heirloom model, you even have a deep cycle. Deep cycle is a subscription for all of the editions. It doesn't come in this professional model even. So I would say if you're somebody that is wanting to build a business with Healy, you're going to need subscriptions. So if you just keep the resonance that you have and then get the digital nutrition and the bioenergetic vitalization and or the animal if you need it, then you're fulfilling some of your subscription requirements in order to make an income. So
Yeah, I have the revitalization.
Okay.
And so will I get the vitalization now at a lower price or a reduced price and so to be grandfathered in, do you know?
Do you know what you're paying right now?
I'm not sure.
You recall? Let's look really quick and see what this one is. So it's going to be right here. This one is $30.50 a month. I think it was 42. Seems like it was.
It was 50.
Less, so I need
Was it
to
50? Was it 50?
$50. Yeah.
It was 50. So this is definitely less. So if you have that still, I would cancel and come back in and reorder with the new. Just they said they were supposed to be dropping all the prices and stuff and bringing you back into this, but there were a couple people that said that didn't happen. And I said, well, then just go cancel and reorder. And that's what I did. I just canceled my digital nutrition and my watch connector, and I just reestablished those. Okay, any other questions?
What's the best training for how to use the watch? I have a watch, but I don't know how to use it.
We have videos on our channel, Maria, for that.
We do. Did we put them in?
They're like in the early videos, like if you look at date order, they're going to go back more towards the beginning.
So I'm going to go into Gwen and Maria, all one word 2020. There it is right there, Gwen and Maria. And then just click on this black circle, and then click videos because that'll give you all the videos we've done. Oh boy, some of these weren't time stamped back here in the beginning. Here's one that looks like it could potentially be watch. I don't know. Does one look familiar to you, Gwen?
It's hard for me to see on my phone. Let me pull it up on my computer. Because I thought we said in the description on some of them.
Let me look. Let me just click on this one and let me look and see if I have.
I know that there's YouTube videos on the Healy watch and instructions. I'm just trying to see if I mean, for us,
So-
it would go back to like last June or July. That would be the date on those.
Right, I'm just scrolling through to see if you start showing your screen at all on this. Maybe someday I'll actually get all of these time stamped. Or they'll come out with a lot better ones through the website. Doesn't look like this is anything having to do with the watch, even though that watch is at the top. Oh, it looks like you did go through a little bit here. Yeah, okay, so
I want to say it's like July 29th or July 24th or somewhere around there.
okay, so here's December 8th, and then I can go to that one. Let me scroll here until we find it.
Yeah, there's one on July 29th. I can also fast forward through it. But the thing is, if y'all go to our channel, you're going to have lots of, yeah, it is. She's right. It's July 29th and it says intro to Healy, but I went into the watch.
And then also here on December 8th, it looks like timestamp 1 hour, 10 minutes in. Looks like you're going to go through it here pretty good. You're showing all the screens. I wonder if you could, maybe this is the time you couldn't get into your watch though.
Well,
it's-
there's been several videos. What I would suggest, especially for newer users, is to go through the videos anyway, because when we're getting it, especially on the ones that have to do with the pink dot, the blue dot, and when people are just asking a million questions, you can just skip those if you're not interested, because actually a lot of those back office questions back then don't even apply anymore.
Which one did you say it was, Gwen? July.
The 29th, July 29th. Whoever blurted that out was on the ticket, because that is when it was.
Okay, so let's go through here.
Vimeo's got some too. I just Googled or searched Vimeo. And if you do Healy Watch and Vimeo, looks like 3 or 4 pop up right away. Actually, more than that.
So here is the HealAdvisor Search. You're demonstrating that one. And then here you go. You get into the watch at 41 minutes.
Yeah, so just for the lady that asked this question, is that all of these Tuesday videos are covering a number of subjects. So when you have time, especially if you're a newer user, you can go and just type in Healy Watch for instructional videos on YouTube that might just be on the watch. But a lot of our videos are just every question that people throw at us in an hour or two. And so I don't think there's any video that the whole video is just watch. And we don't have, I mean, because we're trying to cover everyone's questions in a week or two, every other week. So you may have to filter through some other stuff.
Yeah. A lot of these that were newer, I was taking the time to go in and timestamp them. So like if you find that here, see, I've got them at least timestamped so you can kind of see what we were talking about at the time.
Hey, Maria.
Okay. Yeah.
One thing I found, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but on the watch,
Mm-hmm.
there it shows, I figured out where it shows your blood pressure when it takes your blood pressure. You seen that?
No, I have not seen that.
It is very cool. So when you do your HRV, when you hold your finger on the watch and it does its thing, as soon as it's finished and it says, you know, it's green for done, the check mark, you click the check mark on your watch and then scroll up immediately. And when you scroll up immediately on the watch, it gives your blood pressure.
Interesting.
It is so cool. I had no idea. I did it by accident. I found it.
Welcome to HealAdvisor.
Huh,
We're very
interesting.
glad that you
Good to know.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what else? What else do we need to talk about before I'm going to have to get off here shortly?
Yeah, me too. I don't have anything else, and I don't see anything really on the chat that we haven't already covered at least once.
Okay. All right. Well, we will do this again. What is the date on our next one?
It's in 2 weeks from tonight. So the next one is
August 31st. Looks
yeah,
like.
August 31st.
So, and hopefully we won't have glitches or everyone will have updated on their Zoom back end.
Same
Yeah.
bat time, same bat channel. And if
Sounds
you
good.
guys had an issue, like some people, just remember you don't have to use the link, because if the link was the problem, I copied and pasted it from the Zoom back office. But you can always just go to join a meeting, type in my meeting ID, which is the one that's in the email, and then put in the password and you should get in. But whatever was happening tonight was out of our control. We don't know what was wrong.
Yeah, it's really interesting because some people are able to get on their phone and not on their laptop and vice versa. So, well, thank you all for sticking around. Sorry we didn't get the first part recorded, but I'll piecemeal this together and get it up within the next, hopefully 24 to 48 hours, so that people can see that. And then we'll see you in a couple weeks. Email us if you have questions. ATP 123 should be up and running by tomorrow. Go in and check it out. There's a lot of really cool new features there. And yeah, so we're excited.
Okay, everybody have a great night.
Everybody have a great night. Good to see you all.
And we'll see some of you on Saturday.
Yay! We'll be there.
All right. Bye,
All
you guys.
right. Bye-bye.